Hello, 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 and welcome to Small Talk Arkansas today. This is episode 5. It's Friday, April 3rd, 2020.
This is episode number 5?
Episode number 5. We've made it a week.
We made it an entire week?
A week.
OMG. How do we do it?
It's been a struggle. I'm your host, Jason Martin.
And I'm Tessa Wilmans.
And we thank you for being here with us today. We are coming to you again from the CoronaCation kitchen table studio.
Here we are.
It's
kitchen table.
Luxurious day number 5.
It is. It is.
So we made it through a week, or once we get this one in the can.
Yeah.
We'll have
It'll be a full work week.
All right. Beautiful.
We did it. Woohoo.
Let's jump into the news this morning. Talking about coronavirus, talking about the stats like we do every day. Just we'll run through this quickly. It's Friday. Let's get it over. Get into the weekend. I know because we've all got so many weekend plans.
I know. It's true.
It's
what can we do this weekend?
Monday through Friday, stay at home. Saturday through Sunday, stay at home.
Stay the fuck at home.
Stay at home.
Yeah.
All right. So positive cases in Arkansas, coronavirus, 683 we're reporting right now. That's a 58 jump from yesterday, 625. So staying in there, same growth rate in Arkansas pretty much every day this week, 59, 56, 61, 58. So we're right in there managing it. 12 deaths now, so that's 2 more than yesterday. In the state.
That seems to be the trend.
I actually put into this one. I haven't put in. I should go back and look at my save files through the week, but I did put in today's because I was interested. We've talked about this every day. How many have been tested in Arkansas now? And we're almost to 9,000. We're at 8,992 people have actually been tested. We'll track that data, see what that looks like from a day-to-day standpoint of growth of testing as well. I think it's also interesting that you could be tested and be negative, not have the virus today, and then literally you could get it that afternoon.
Seriously, I didn't realize it was that fast.
You could go.
Well, that is true. You could go through all the trouble of the test and then,
then touch your face.
Oh,
positive cases in the U.S. We're at 245,601. So that's up 28,879 from yesterday, almost a 29,000 growth. Growth has steadily grown this week in the U.S. Arkansas has kind of stayed stagnant in that ballpark, but U.S. has seen a growth every single day. From Monday, we saw a 20,000 growth, then a 24,000 growth, then a 27,000 growth, now 29,000 growth. So it is steadily
going up
across the country. Got 6,058 deaths in the country right now. So that's a 921 jump from yesterday. So very much like yesterday, roughly 1,000 people a day right now are dying in the U.S. with coronavirus. So, we hit 1 million. There's 1 million positive cases across the world. As of yesterday, that data came in. And you can see, the U.S. by far is a quarter of that.
We're a chunk of that.
Across the whole country or whole world. So looking at Arkansas and looking at it county by county, Pulaski County still stays at the top, only tier 5 county in the state. Went from 113 cases yesterday to 126 today. So that's a 13 person growth right here in central Arkansas or in Pulaski County.
A little over 10%.
That's a chunk. And we're seeing that steady 10% is what we've kind of seen through the week. Again, counties that are tier 4, which is that 20 to 74 cases in the state, pretty much no real changes. In that, no real major additions or growths in anything. The only new addition was White County was added. So White County's now got 22 cases in White County. So we now have 10 total counties in that tier 4, 20 to 74 cases. And so that's, those are the stats for Arkansas. When you look at the U.S., and we're going back to the state-by-state look that we kind of look, New York is still the leader in the country. Went from 84,000 cases yesterday to 92,743 today, so almost 93,000. You look at that's a 9,000 point jump. 8,500 in one day. Those are huge numbers.
They really are.
And you look at the deaths, they're 2,468, 2,468 deaths today in New York versus 2,220 yesterday. So 200
couple
plus,
hundred,
in a single 24-hour period of time. New Jersey's also on the climb. New Jersey's at 25,590. That's a 3,000 increase from yesterday. They're at 537 deaths versus 355 yesterday, so almost 185 jump there. California this is growing really slow out in California in comparative.
Right.
I mean, you got 11,000 total positive cases in the whole state of California right now, where, yesterday you were at 10,000. So realistically, just barely over 1,000 jump when you look at the real finite numbers of it. And the death rate, there are 244 deaths today versus 216 yesterday. So 30 more,
across the state,
more.
Across the big state.
When you look at a big state like that, then California is doing a pretty good job.
It seems like maybe they are. It seems like they are with those numbers. They're less than half of New Jersey in the amount of cases that they have.
Right, that's right, and a much, much larger state.
Yeah.
So, those things, it's like they're managing it pretty well out there. Texas, talking about Texas, we want to get back and talk about states that actually border Arkansas.
Our neighbors.
Kind of look and see what that looks like. Yesterday, Texas was at 4,600. Today, they're at 5,200. So you kind of, minimal growth there. From a death standpoint, yesterday they were at 68. Today they're at 86. So that number absolutely just reversed. Yeah. Louisiana, major hot spot in the country right now. Louisiana yesterday was at 6,400 cases. Today they're at 9,100.
Holy moly!
So that's that's a 3,000, almost a 3,000 positive cases in a 24-hour period of time.
That's
in a
a
state
lot.
that's as small as Louisiana.
Yeah, that's a lot.
You can only imagine how the hospitals there are absolutely overrun.
Pardon the pun. They're swamped.
They're swamped. It's not. No, you're making jokes.
I didn't mean to make a joke.
Okay. They're swamped.
They are.
They are.
I feel for them. My heart legit goes out to them. Oh my God.
You've spent some time in Louisiana.
I have. New Orleans is my home away from home.
You went to college there.
I did. My heart hurts for that city.
Well, 310 deaths today, where yesterday they were at 273. So not equally jump on the deaths as they have just on the cases as general, but definitely pandemic going there. Tennessee, I don't understand the statistics that are out there today on Tennessee, because yesterday they had 2,933 positive cases, and today they're at 2,845.
So they've got fewer.
So they had they fell. I don't understand. I mean, once you're tested positive, don't you remain tested positive?
I would think so.
So I don't know. Maybe there had to be something wrong with the data.
Maybe there's a typo or something.
Because it went from 2,041 on what would that have been, Wednesday, to 2,900 yesterday.
So 800
to 2,845 today. So there was a mess up somewhere in the data that we pulled from. But 2,845 is what they're reporting this morning. 2,845 positive cases in Tennessee, with 36 deaths now. So they're definitely steadily growing on both of those numbers. They still remain a tier 4, which in the tiers for the states, tier 4 is the highest. It's 2,000 plus cases And so, we've got quite a few states, and as far as bordering states, we now have 3 that are in the tier 4 category.
Yeah.
Tier 3 states that border us, we've got Missouri. They've got 1,857 cases. So by Monday, Missouri will probably be in that tier 4.
Yeah.
Looking at the numbers,
keep going.
Yeah, they went from 1671 yesterday to 1857 today, and they were at 1,100 cases on 2 days ago.
Wow.
So from 1,100 to 1857, they're seeing a pretty massive
significant
growth
jump.
rate in Missouri. 22 deaths in Missouri. That doesn't change from yesterday. Mississippi's at 1,157. They were at 1,073 yesterday. So not a massive jump there, just over 100, with 4 more deaths in Mississippi overnight. Oklahoma and Arkansas remain in the tier 2 category, the lowest of the states that are Arkansas or bordering states. So, that's good. And when you look at this, Oklahoma's jumped to 881 cases where they were at 721 yesterday. You'll go back and look at this. Go back and look on, from Tuesday's numbers, they were 429. So from 429 to 881, you can really see the jump. You can see that doubling in a 3-day period of time.
You absolutely can.
Where Arkansas went from 449 to 683 in that same period of time.
We're not totally doing
we're not doing bad.
Yeah.
I mean, we're actually so under, the governor made these points yesterday. We're under what was projected for Arkansas by this point in time. We're at 12 deaths right now, where we were at 10 yesterday. We were at 6 on Tuesday. So we've doubled the number of deaths, but we haven't, the growth on the cases and on the deaths. I mean, they'd already projected that realistically. I think the number I saw this morning was they'd already planned on there be 19 deaths in the state by now. So there's 12. So
we're under that.
We're under that. Folks are getting it and getting better. They're making it through this, but that's where we are in the country right now, and in the world for the coronavirus, and we just continue to preach, stay inside. I don't know if you guys have heard the new Big and Rich song. If you guys know who Big and Rich is, I'm sure you are.
We listened to it last night.
Tessa heard it last night for the first time, but Big and Rich has a new song called "Stay Home." And I wish we could play it for you, but we can't because of copyrights and all of those types of things. But look it up. Go to Spotify, go to Amazon Music, go to iTunes, go to YouTube.
All the places where the music.
Wherever you go. We'll put the Big and Rich song, the link. I'm sure there's a song for it already on YouTube. I'll put that in the comments section below.
In case you need to get something stuck in your head while you're stuck at home.
Pretty much tell you everything you need to know. Just stay home.
Yes, it's true.
So... from the boys that brought you Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy. Now they're saying stay home.
Oh, my goodness. Well, if you guys like what you're hearing, please help us out and subscribe to our channel. We sure would appreciate it.
We would love to have you as a subscriber. We need subscribers, guys. So
go subscribe.
Don't only like us on Facebook. Our Facebook page is growing. It's been, it's
oh my God, we appreciate that so much.
And we seriously appreciate that.
Yes, we do.
But we also need you to go to YouTube and actually subscribe to the channel. That's where it really matters.
That helps us out
So please subscribe to the channel on YouTube.
Yes.
Other news in the state right now, Arkansas still, Governor Asa Hutchinson is still holding out on the stay-at-home orders. And basically what he's saying is, look, we're under the growth rate that we projected.
Right.
And what it realistically would do is so many more people would lose their jobs if we had to stay home. And we're managing this pretty well. So, time will tell whether that makes sense or doesn't make sense. I think, without a doubt, he's looking at a much bigger picture than, hey, let's just stay safe and stay as safe as we can. He's looking at the economy of the state. He's looking at everything else. And we're managing this pretty well right now. So I'm sure that he will make a change in his decision if we saw an overnight explosion or a couple of days we saw an explosion here in Arkansas with those numbers. I think he probably... He at that point in time, he loves the state.
Right.
He loves the people of the state, and he probably will put that stay-at-home orders in. But right now, we're doing well. I think they talked about the numbers would be over 700,000 people would still be going to work every day, even if stay-at-home orders were, because they are in essential jobs.
Gotcha.
So when you look at the population of the state, that's still a lot of people that are going to work every day. Guys, all you can do is, if you're not one of those essential, employees, stay home. Absolutely stay home. Do your part. We're all in this together. Other news, Little Rock and North Little Rock are limiting parks to prevent the spread of the virus. Weather it's cloudy, it's yucky outside. We're going to get some rain today. We're going to get some rain again tomorrow. Sunday looks absolutely beautiful right now for the weather, but the parks, people continue to go out. They continue to go out in pretty good sized groups. They can continue to gather. They continue to be around others, and they continue to spread. So some of the things, North Little Rock did close the old mill. It's closed until further notice. Little Rock is discouraging people from visiting Rebsman Park, the Big Dam Bridge, and Two Rivers Park. I mean, if you've been down there, you've driven by, you've seen the parking lots, even on a regular day where
they're pretty crowded.
Right now, because everybody is staying home, and people just want to get out. They want to get active, which is get in the sunshine when we've had some nice weather. We got to be careful
about it.
But yeah, we can't all go to the same places as much as we would want to.
And I guess on the bridges, the bridges are only so wide.
Only so wide. It's hard to stay 6 feet from somebody.
Yeah.
So Buffalo River has been closed. I heard that this morning. The federal government have closed working with the Arkansas government, have closed the Buffalo River to keep people off of it from congregating together. I know other parks. I heard Pinnacle Mountain closed both sides of their parks yesterday.
Yeah. Again, hard to stay.
Yeah,
super far away from
tough
people there.
too. If you're climbing up and down that mountain by any means, it's tough to keep separation.
Yeah.
So, those are things that the government has put in. They have, Little Rock did put together a map of some other parks that they highly recommend that are less traveled or trafficked park. Alsop was one of them.
Okay.
Hindman was one of them. There's several others. I'll put a link to that map in the comments section. So if
maybe go try a different park that you don't know.
You do want to get out. You do want to, there's some other parks that have more space that's easier for people to
navigate,
get out into. War Memorial was one of them. War Memorial's on there. So it's, War Memorial, the golf course is now a park, and it's a very large area, and you can go out and people can be spread out, not all be on top of each other.
Right.
So there's a lot of other parks. Little Rock put together a map for that, and I will put the link for that in the comments below. Again, if you guys like our channel, we appreciate you if you would go and subscribe.
Yeah. Did you do it yet?
We need you to subscribe to the channel
now.
Share it to others. Share the YouTube channel. Please share the YouTube channel with your friends.
Tell all your friends.
We appreciate all the love that we get on Facebook. We appreciate the love on Instagram and Twitter. Now we appreciate all of you guys that have subscribed to the channel, but now we need you guys to go and share and help us grow. We certainly would look forward to that.
Yes, we would. Hey, thanks. We are here with our special guest today, our very special guest, Kaitlin Minton. She is manager of Steamroller Blues in the Heights, and we're going to talk retail during the Rona. Kaitlin, are you here with us?
Good morning. Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. I'm here.
No, it's Carol. Carol has bombarded our show.
I had to do it, and we will be discussing Tiger King later, or I will be very disappointed. That's the only reason I'm on here. I'm going to talk a little bit of retail, but I'm mainly going to talk Tiger King.
But you're here for the Tiger King talk.
But I'm here for Tiger King talk. No, yeah, it's small biz in these Corona times, which, Tess, you're going through the same thing.
Absolutely.
I mean, just to kind of get it started, what's changed how has this affected you?
Oh my gosh. Hang on just one second.
Hey, Kaitlin, tell us about your store. Tell us about, for the listeners that don't know what Steamroller Blues is, tell us what your store is.
Okay, so Steamroller Blues, we actually have 3 locations. I manage the location in the Heights. We're like 3 steps down from Tess at Winc.
We're neighbors.
Yes, we're neighbors. We have been for, pretty much the whole time. We opened, I think the whole time we've been in Little Rock. So we've been open in Little Rock since the fall of 2013. Our target market, I always tell people, like, our target market is 12 to 92. Like, I really feel like we kind of try to cater to everybody.
I've got something for everybody.
I can't
We
believe
really
you're not
do.
carrying things for babies. I mean, you got 12 to, you got 80 years there. Where's the babies at? No love?
No, and well, it might be coming soon because I really think, watch out, Steamroller Blues will have baby and maternity because there's going to be a baby boom with all this quarantine going on. Just wait. So I'm really going to market smart here, and I'm going to be a maternity store before you know it.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, we carry a little bit of everything, and thankfully we've kind of gotten gift heavy lately, which before all this happened, but that's been like a really good sell for us lately because people are stuck in their homes. They don't want to get out, but you know, we carry just a little bit of everything: gifts, shoes, clothing. So if you need some new T-shirts to lounge around in, just to plug my business a little bit, we've got you. SteamrollerBlues.com. We'll give you a discount code later. So, but yeah,
you've seen the
crazy
bags that I've brought home from Steamroller. You've seen them.
I've seen the bags.
Yeah, the giant,
Jason,
big
don't
bags.
act like you don't know what Steamroller Blues is.
Well, our listeners don't. So I mean, I know Tess does because everything in her wardrobe is from there.
I know. This is like one of those stories I tell husbands all the time. And this is back when I worked at our Jonesboro location. So our flagship store is in Jonesboro. Shout out if there's any Northeast Arkansas listeners. I've worked there since I was in college. And one time I had a husband call, and he's like, "Hey, so is this a barbecue restaurant? Because my wife, I've noticed a charge on our credit card, and she told me it was a barbecue place that she went for lunch." I was like, no, we are a women's clothing store. And I totally should have played into the lie there. But yeah, Steamroller Blues, it doesn't sound like a clothing store, but we are.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, so how...
So now, the guys that are listening right now to the show should call in and order a gift certificate right now to surprise their wife.
Yes. And I'm glad you mentioned that because I was going to say this later, but we are going to do a special right now, $25 off of every $100 gift card. So if you want to give your wife for Easter or Mother's Day, I know. So, come by, you get $100 for just $75. So I think that's a pretty good deal. We're just really trying to say, hey, thanks for keeping us up, the support to all of our loyal customers. Because really, we have had like an outpouring of love and support, and this is just tough for everybody. I mean, I don't want to seem like insensitive and just like, here, please buy this dress, and I know you're not going anywhere, but you still got to hustle your business. So I do appreciate that people are still like, hey, I'm not going to be wearing this now, but maybe I will later.
Yeah.
So I appreciate the community support. Keep it up. Keep it up.
Yes, absolutely. So how has this changed? Or you go ahead.
I keep asking him, like, so what's this affected you? I mean, it has been a total game changer, and I'm sure Tess, because,
it has. Absolutely.
Weddings, like this time of year, I'm selling dresses for weddings or engagement pictures and bridal showers. Okay.
And those aren't happening now. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not doing makeup for weddings.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. Your books are probably empty for
the
next few months.
Yeah, the governor closed us. Doing? So what's that?
I mean, our brides completely canceling? Are they rescheduling?
Brides are canceling. I actually did have a bride text me the other day, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, my wedding got canceled this weekend, my big wedding. So we're eloping." And she asked if I could sell her some makeup. So I mean, I was able to do that, luckily, but I was not able to do her makeup for the event. Yeah. So I mean, it's changing. It's just crazy.
Game changer.
Yeah, it really is. So now, are you guys still open, like for walk-in retail, or are y'all just doing curbside and delivery and all that and online?
We're pretty much just doing curbside pickup. We're doing free shipping, which we've never done, but we've always offered free shipping if you spend over a certain amount. But now it's like, if you just buy a $20 candle, we will ship that or deliver that for free. We're doing a lot of local delivery because I think people like that instant, hey, I called you at 11 o'clock this morning and it's on my doorstep at 1 in the afternoon. Like, that's been really good for us. So we are doing free local delivery.
Y'all got drones doing that or what?
We are getting in our cars and we are driving. Gas is cheap, so it's okay.
That is true. That is true.
Yes, it is. And then, we're doing free shipping. So if anyone, doesn't want someone showing up on their doorstep for any reason, we totally get that. But we are doing like no contact delivery. Like we just drop the bag, and we're still taking all those extra precautions like Lysoling everything and hand sanitizer and all that good stuff. But we are doing free shipping, free local delivery. I've been working in retail for so long before Facebook, before you were allowed to put a business on Facebook,
right,
before Instagram existed. So
back during the MySpace years, that's what you're basically saying.
Okay, I did. I existed in MySpace years. Yes,
I did too. Yeah.
Like the top friends, and it was always such a competition. Like I want to be on everyone's top friends list. I mean, it's crazy. There are very many people that have no idea what we're talking about right now. It's sad.
Well,
that group that's 50 plus and your customer, they know MySpace.
Stop it.
Totally. Yeah. Hey, I love MySpace. We should bring that back somehow.
We should. Oh my God, we could customize the profiles on there and everything.
Yes.
Oh.
But I've seen retail go from no social media to social media, and now I feel like I'm seeing another turning point where it's getting social media, and it's been like not very personal social media, if you know what I'm saying. Like we just throw something up on Instagram and you comment or you DM and you purchase it and we ship it to you. But now it's almost like we are getting your phone number, we're FaceTiming you virtually in the store, we're trying as best we can to make it a shopping experience via Instagram. Like we're doing videos now. One of my girls, Sydney, she loves doing it. But I make her do
I make her do these videos.
I make her do
she
videos.
Really likes it, though.
No, she totally does. She's really good at it. But she'll do a video once or twice a week, and it really, she shows you different ways to wear one T-shirt or one blazer or one pair of shorts. I think that's
so cool because there are so many different ways.
Yes, and sometimes people just have it in their closet already, and we're not even trying to make a sale most of the time. We're just saying like, hey, we're here to help you,
you style your stuff,
style.
And look and feel your best.
And that's really, like I always tell people, I'm in the business of talking to people, making people feel good. Second comes clothing. Like this has been so hard for me because I have been working from home. I have a 7-month-old, so I'm not taking her up there. So Sarah and Sydney have been pretty much running the show. They go up there every day, 11 to 3. They do the deliveries. They do the Instagram, and I'm kind of working behind the scenes doing website stuff. But that's been the hardest for me personally because I thrive on that daily interaction with people, which is why when you asked me to do this, I was like, yes, I get to talk to someone.
I get to talk to someone else. I know. I know. It's been really hard for me too.
Well, yeah, so you're the same way. I mean, again, you're in the business of
making people feel good and talking to people.
Feel good.
Yes.
Like, I feel like the esthetician part of it comes that's the second
it's true.
part of
The
our
beauty
job.
Stuff comes second. It's 100% accurate. Yeah.
It's when they leave your doors or when they leave Winc or when they leave Steamroller Blues, you want them to leave and say like, even if I didn't buy anything, I'm glad I went in there
because I feel better today. Yeah, absolutely. No, that's,
it's
and for me, like I thought I was an introvert. No, I'm not. I'm not at all.
No, you're not. I thought that too. Like I thought, I get enough social interaction from 10 to 6 every day talking to people. I'm so ready to go home and just chill. Okay, you will see me out every single night. Once we can get out of quarantine, I will be everywhere. Everyone's like, okay, Kaitlin, time to go home.
No, it's true. I kind of feel the same way. Like,
yes.
Oh, where are my people?
I miss my people. Yeah, and it's just, you don't realize. I mean, I'm not saying I don't realize, but you almost take for granted that you get to interact with these people,
these
that
awesome
are
folks every day. They become friends.
They become your friends.
Yeah,
it's sad. True. It is. So if anyone's listening, I miss you. I did a video the other day, and I was like, if anyone wants to call and talk to me, that would be great.
Like, please call and talk to me.
This was when we were still at the store, but quarantine had just started, and I was like, okay, you can call just to talk. We don't even have to talk about clothes. Just call me, please.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
It's tough for, people that are around people all day. So that's probably been the strangest thing for me. But then, then there's the clothing aspect, and we're still trying to serve up looks. So we'll keep following us on Instagram. That's all I can say. We'll be trying to change it up for people.
We'll put in the discussion section of this video, we'll put links to Steamroller Blues and all of their social media accounts. We'll put all of that in the comment section below. So you guys make sure, go check out their website, check them out on social media, and show them some love. And call the store.
Do.
Kaitlin needs to know what you're eating.
Yeah.
Just call me. We don't talk about clothes.
I
know. Like, I saw a post the other day that someone, it's like, this is frustrating. Everyone thinks they're an influencer all of a sudden. And I'm like, I'm kind of loving the influx of influencers almost. Like, people are going live on Instagram all the time, or they're doing workouts and cooking.
Posting them.
I'll kind of like it because I just want to see what everyone else is doing too.
We started a freaking show. I
love it. I was going to say, I'm assuming that's how this podcast came about, was Corona. No, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my Sharona.
CoronaCation. Yeah.
I know.
CoronaCation, we're sitting around going, you know what? We're entrepreneurs. We like doing things. Both of us are business owners, and what the heck? We're not people to sit around and watch 8, 10, 12 hours a day of TV or whatever. So it's
unless it's Tiger King.
We've had to space that out because someone over here likes sleep, but that's okay.
I like sleep over answers. I don't need to know answers. I need sleep. So.
Meanwhile, I need answers, but that's okay. It's okay.
Anyway, we're going to share all of your social media and your websites. I heard that you had a special for our listeners. All 8 of them or 10 of them, or this is our 5th show, so whatever we're up to.
Hey, I love it. Yes. Okay, so discount code Small Talk is good for 25% off. Or if you want to give the store a call and buy those gift cards, which is the same thing, 25% off pretty much. So you can buy a $100 gift card for $75. But yes, Small Talk for 25% off anything online.
Is that code good for a certain host of
That is good until that's good until Corona is over, and then I'm like, no more discount codes ever. No, that is good forever. Small Talk. To all of your
25% off everything at Steamroller Blues.
SteamrollerBlues.com. Yes.
Promo code Small Talk. Tess will be shopping later today.
Yeah, I will. Hey, thanks.
Yes,
Appreciate that, Kaitlin.
do. I love it. Talking about how, and our website did not exist 15 days ago. So
I was going to ask, have you ventured into online? Because I know y'all did a lot of Instagram stuff, but the website is alive and well.
The website is up and running, which is kind of like how you guys are, out of this came a podcast.
Yeah, and I put up a website for Winc Beauty too, so we've got some stuff online too. So that's been a whole new ballgame.
A whole new, and I feel like this whole thing has been like putting a piece of coal under pressure and a diamond has come out of it. That's what I'm trying to stay positive here. Yeah. Stay positive.
I'll get a diamond one day. It's gonna happen.
Well, I haven't gotten a diamond yet either, but I'm just saying, a website came out of it for Winc. A website came out of this for Steamroller Blues.
Yeah.
A podcast for you guys. Yeah. So there's some good stuff that's coming out of this. We just have to find the good in the madness. But I would have never, and same with you would have never taken the time. It takes a lot of time to sit down, put your product on a website,
and make all this shit happen.
And make it happen. I really needed an actual quarantine for me to do that. So I guess that's the only good thing that I can see out of this right now. But so SteamrollerBlues.com, we have over 120 products up. and 15 days ago we had 0. So
That's amazing.
That's
That's
awesome.
huge. That's
Congratulations.
huge.
Yeah, people don't understand that, it's way more than just putting a picture of an item up there and writing a description. You have to have a back end software to keep up with it.
Yeah, you've got to manage all your inventory. You've got to have a
credit
shipping
card
source.
processing that actually works.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, we've run into that.
It's over and over. It's all of these little details that still, when you start
does it
this
integrate
promo
to your
code
point of
things,
sale?
I mean, all of it becomes overly complicated. All
of these things that you're saying, I've definitely encountered in the last month, 1,000%. Yeah, it's a whole new world, which again, I just keep thinking like, how is this going to change? What is our aftermath of this going to be? And maybe it will be more online sales. And people just say, yeah, I've been doing the curbside pickup. Oh, let's just keep doing that, even though I am allowed to be out. I just wonder what our world is going to change to after this.
Is going to go back? Is it going to go back to normal?
It's probably going to be the exact opposite, because everybody's going to be absolutely, like you said earlier, tired of being at home. And so you're going to have 150 people in your store at one time, wall to wall.
Oh, I hope that happens.
I hope that happens. No, that's what I keep telling my coworkers, because like I said, we've got 3 locations. So we'll get on a call with our Jonesboro girls and our girls at Rogers. And like, I really think this is going to come out better for us and every other small business, because there's a lot of badass women that run businesses, Tess, and salons and other clothing stores. I really think as a small business, this is going to come out better for us, because I do think while people will want to get out, I think they're still going to be cautious of going to Park Plaza Mall. Like, I don't think they're going to want to be in a huge crowded area for a while, at least. I think they're still going to be a little cautious. So I feel like small businesses are going to feel like a safe haven while they can still get out and still shop and still go get a facial or shop makeup at Winc. Like, it's still going to be smaller and seem a little safer and a little more
because well, it's like, I mean, you and I both are neighborhood stores, and it's like people can walk in. We've got, and like we've both said, that our clients have become part of our social network, and they're our friends. And it's like, okay, so, we know that we trust them and that they're keeping everything safe and clean and all the stuff for us.
We are here for you. Yeah. Amazon is not always here for you.
But your local businesses are.
I know, exactly. I always want to tell people when they're like asking for a donation, I'm like, yes. And I appreciate that. And you better shop with me, not Amazon. But not to be too aggressive here.
I know, it's true.
Some feelings about Amazon.
Gosh. So we need to move on to our.
Well,
I was thinking about moving on to our next segment, which is my favorite segment. Shit we're into.
Have you got time to stick around and talk about shit we're into?
Do you?
I mean, I have an appointment later at Nowhere to Be at Nowhere to Go o'clock. So I don't know.
Okay,
hurry on up.
Hang out with us.
I'll hang out with you for sure.
Well, I mean, we've got to do our Tiger Talk.
We're going to do Tiger Talk.
This was why I came. I just have to tell you, I know you can't physically see me. I thought about sending you a picture. I have on tiger sweatpants for this occasion.
Yes.
I mean, part of me
Are they available at Steamroller Blues?
Yeah. They were like months ago, and now I'm so badly wishing. I know. I could sell these like crazy now with the Tiger King craze, but no, I'm chilling in my tiger sweatpants. Best purchase by far with everything going on. I mean, Netflix really, they were genius coming out with this documentary when everyone was stuck at home.
It's true.
Tony the Tiger says Dawn tastes great.
Okay, I don't know how I feel. I don't know if Carol killed him. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Kaitlin, what are your thoughts on the Tiger King?
Okay. Well, first of all, I keep telling my husband, like, how are we going to describe 2020 to our daughter? Because I have a 7-month-old. And I'm going to say we were at home for weeks on end, and there was a documentary about a man in a gay polygamous relationship, which, hey, you do you, no judgment.
Absolutely. 100%.
And he had a serious quarrel with Carol Baskin, who also pretty much did
That
the same
bitch.
operation.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it, Carol Baskin, who maybe covered one of her husbands in sardine oil and fed into a tiger. That's how I'm going to explain the year 2020 to my daughter in about 15 years, maybe. I mean, it's crazy. Okay, so what are your thoughts? Did you finish it completely?
We
Do you
finished
think
it?
she killed?
Yeah, we finished it
Yeah.
last night. I can't believe that the Tiger song has not entered the pop top charts yet.
The
I know.
Billboard Top 100. I
That's
know.
true.
Okay, you know that's not his voice, right?
Is it not?
No.
Oh, I so wanted it to be.
So
No, 'cause my
he's
husband-
lip syncing
He's
to
lip-syncing.
somebody else singing a song that he wrote.
Yes. Okay. So you'll watch Friends. Phoebe Buffet. Please tell me you watch Friends.
Oh, well, yeah,
No?
yeah.
I mean, back
Okay,
when I was
you're-
like 12.
I know. Okay. So had a maternity leave, 6 months ago, and I just like binged Friends because you can put it on the background. Well, there's that episode where they make Phoebe do a music video and she watches it back. She's like, oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. And it's not really Phoebe's voice. That was like running through my mind the whole time when they were playing his music videos. Like, that's not his voice.
No.
So, of course, I had to Google
They've
it.
got mixers and all
And-
that kind of stuff.
oh,
or
It's
soundboards.
100% someone else's voice. Yes, yeah. According to Reddit, it is someone else's
Oh,
voice.
okay.
Reddit.com.
Yes, because
You
Reddit
know,
is.
if it's on Reddit, it's the
It's
truth.
true.
It's true. Reddit is 100% true. You can't tell me otherwise. No, I know. It's crazy. I just, you can't even discuss it without, it's just nuts. But I
Yeah.
really don't know if Carol killed her husband, which they are reopening the investigation.
It
So,
just seems like she. I mean, it's the way the filmmakers portrayed it, probably, but the way I don't know, she just didn't seem like she gave
no,
too many
she's a
fucks.
terrible
that he
person.
Was, that
terrible
He was
person. Don't get me
gone.
wrong. Oh no, she cares nothing about
I
that.
mean,
Breaks into the
I
office.
just looked out the window one day, and then it was dark, and then that was my morning period. It was over. Poor Don.
Well, and what about her
Okay,
current
bye.
husband? Is he a piece of work or what?
I mean, he is something.
Oh, y'all, the wedding photos where he's like, I think he's in a costume. They're on the beach. He's on a leash. That is forever
Oh
ingrained
my
into
gosh,
my
I
memory.
remember that. Yes.
Well,
yes.
How could you forget?
I know. I
On the
know.
8th episode, after Joe is found guilty, he's out in the garden singing to her and all of that. I'm going, this guy.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah.
I
I mean,
He
it
knows
was-
he's married to a murderer. I mean, he knows that. I mean,
He
this,
has to. No, well, even if she did not murder her husband, she's done some terribly shady things in her life.
Yeah,
But
I feel there's some.
There's some shady
There's
stuff for
something.
sure. But my argument for her is, how dumb would you have to be to go on a Netflix documentary knowing that they're going to bring that up if you did murder your husband? Like, you're just implicating yourself. You're just saying, yeah, okay, sure, why not? And then you know it's going to come out. But maybe she didn't.
well, it's been
I
so
don't
many
know.
years ago. I mean, there's going to be no real physical evidence.
Exactly.
If he came out of a
brother
tiger's
wa-
ass,
yeah,
maybe
you
not.
come out of a tiger's ass. It's gone.
Really no evidence there. I know.
Yeah. So, and then the food processor or the grinder, I mean, it doesn't exist on property anymore, surely. So, I mean, from an
No.
aspect of any of that, her brother was on the sheriff's department who was actually doing the investigation at the time.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
so
uh-huh.
much
I must have
time.
missed that part.
So much time went by before they even asked any questions. She was able to just go pick up the
The
van.
van was
that
on the
at
property for
airport
like 3 days. Like,
before
I mean,
anybody went out and did any
Oh.
fingerprints or anything like that.
Okay, I must have fallen asleep during an episode. Maybe you'll convince me. Maybe Carol Baskin did kill her husband.
There's no
I'm with
question
Joe.
about it.
I mean, she
Carol
had something
is-
to do with it
Carol,
for sure.
Carol killed Don.
I mean,
No, okay,
I'm-
you've convinced me. I don't remember the van and the brother being, okay, yeah,
Yeah,
this is all very
uh-huh.
fishy.
It's because you watched all the episodes back to back to
Sardine
back,
oily.
where we took a day at a time, one episode, and we processed that
yeah,
information.
we had to have some processing time.
You,
Yeah.
yes, I binged it. Me and my husband binged it 100%, and it's like the overload of information and the mind blowingness of it all. Like, I've seen so many memes, and it's like, when you see this and you think it's normal, and it's like the clip of him blowing the head off of the doll, the blow up doll, and you're like, I didn't think anything about that at the time, but yes, that's very bizarre.
Yeah, that's pretty messed up.
When that went on for years, I mean, he literally did. Whether Joe actually did hire a hitman or didn't hire a hitman, which, you know, I think he was set up. I think they fueled the fire. I think Jeff Lowe is low. I think
I think
they're
horrible.
They're horrible.
They had it out for him for sure.
And I think Jeff saw an opportunity, just like the show kind of portrayed, to take the zoo from Joe Exotic and Jeff just literally just fueled the flame of Joe's hatred for Carol and just
made it worse.
Kept putting crumbs out there.
Yes.
Like, here's where you should kill her. It's right here. Set up in these woods and do this.
100%.
Yeah.
Definitely. So. And then there's that sketchy guy that was like, yeah, I was driving down there and then I
I wasn't going to do that.
I don't believe you. Yeah.
I don't believe a word that man says. And like in his bathtub, what was that? Like
in his bathtub with the scabs on his arms.
Oh my, yeah. Like, boy, I don't trust a word coming out of that mouth.
None of it.
The attorney for Joe, how bad could this guy have been? You know, he didn't interview the guy with no legs. He didn't interview, never saw Joe's current.
The guy with no legs.
I know, me too.
Was it what was his Ranky or something? I loved him. Like, I just loved him. And you could tell
he genuinely
had a good heart.
Yeah, he did. He did. He had no legs, but a good heart.
He got dragged. No. No, like, but a good heart. I loved him. He just got dragged into it bad. And I think a lot of people got dragged into Joe and Carol and Jeff Lowe's just awfulness.
Yeah. The vortex of everything that was going on.
Yeah.
Greed and ego. And I mean, let's think about this. All of these people involved, like Joe and then, what was that other guy's name?
What was the other dude's name? Yes, old Doc.
They all have
creepy.
He's the smartest dude out of all of them.
Yes, and like the most well-spoken out of all of them.
Well,
but holy moly, he's a creep.
But he's a creep too.
But he's a doctor of mystical sciences.
Yeah. He got that degree straight from the World Wide Web.
I think I could get a degree in mystical sciences if I've got time. I think I'll start today.
There you go.
You get a degree in mystical sciences. You get a degree in mystical sciences.
Everybody.
We're all doctors.
We're docs. All doctors.
Dr. Kaitlin, would you please tell us what you think about the monkey guy?
I can't even talk about the monkey guy.
The monkeys at the end, I legitimately had tears when he was talking about how they were released, like the ones that had been in separate cages for like 20 years, and then they were released and they hugged. I mean, I don't think I'll ever be able to go to a zoo again. Not to sound like PETA, but I don't know if I can ever go to a zoo again after seeing that. That's horrible.
I get it. Yeah.
Well, the guy that sat out on the porch, that was doing his interviews on his porch with the little monkey in his lap all the time. But then he became
buds.
Yeah, he was through the whole show. I'm going, this guy's reasonable. This guy's reasonable.
And then at the end,
and then he's with Jeff Lowe doing it, and then it's like, this guy's just as crazy as the rest of them. They all had. It's like they all had ulterior motives, and this guy's screwing this guy figuratively and literally, and then this guy is screwing this guy.
Yeah,
and then this guy's got a harem of women.
Yeah, I mean,
it's insane. I know. I don't understand how some of that's legal, ethical. Just the whole thing is absolutely mind blowing. I feel like I need to go back and rewatch, because I obviously fell asleep during some of this, but I mean, craziness. But I did hear that Joe Exotic, I think he's been like transported to a different prison, maybe. I don't know, maybe in Texas. So I don't know. Road trip. We could all go talk to him, put him on the podcast, maybe.
I know. That would be great. I would love to.
I know. He would be good. He would be a great interview.
He would be a great interview.
And all we'd have to do is start recording, and he would take it from there.
Yeah. You don't have to say anything. I mean, he is pure entertainment. I mean, the man ran for governor of his state?
President. He ran for it all. If there's an office, he ran for it. And
Okay, the person I feel the worst for out of all of this was the campaign manager that witnessed
I know everything.
Well,
and everything.
yeah.
Wow,
And
it was awful.
He knew what he was
And
getting
he
into.
You think?
I mean, you know,
To a certain
if I
extent.
am working if I'm the manager of Walmart, as this kid said that he was, and this guy comes in to buy ammunition every single
day.
and explosive material, and then he's like,
And then-
"Hey, I'm gonna run for office. You need to be my campaign manager."
Okay, that's
and this
true.
guy's
That's
like,
true.
"This is my dream job."
Yeah, that is true. Okay. All right.
I didn't think of it that way, but now that
But
you say that,
he knew what he was getting into. He absolutely did.
I mean, nobody
I think
nobody should see anybody else blow their head off in front of them.
No.
That's
Oh,
something
God
that
bless,
you're
that's
gonna
awful.
have nightmares
He's-
about for the rest of your
yeah.
life. But the kid
That was
knew
haunting.
immediately when he said, "Yeah, this is my dream job, is to be
This
a
is
campaign manager for you."
for Joe Exotic. This is my dream job. Absolutely. Yeah.
He knew from
He-
the get go what was going on.
Yeah.
You're right.
He
You're
may not have
probably
known
right.
What
exactly.
about
But him?
what about the creepy guy that was making the? He was making this show, and then lost all of his footage.
Rick,
yeah.
the producer.
Yeah. There's creepy.
Yeah, I still can't figure out who blew up the studio. Kind of thinking it was Rick.
It could have
Kind
been.
of thinking it was Joe. I still can't. I left that documentary with more questions than answers.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
It's good entertainment.
no-
We're all talking about it.
It is true.
Just pure entertainment. I know. I mean, Netflix, genius. Which actually, I've read again on Reddit that this was a podcast before. So now I'm going
was
to
it?
listen. That's the story, and they
Okay.
have taken it down, and they're going to re-release it. Which, hey, great marketing strategy on their part.
Because we got to get more Joe
But-
Exotic.
We've got to get, and apparently it is much more detailed.
Oh.
So after you listen to Small Talk, then we're going to have to go listen to the Joe Exotic
Yeah,
podcast.
we are 100%.
Crazy.
Oh my gosh.
The takeaway is Carol definitely killed Dawn. I mean, the only positive of COVID-19, we're going to get justice for Dawn,
Yeah.
maybe.
Maybe.
I don't think that's happening. I think
don't
it's
know.
way too far. I think we just all know Carol did
Does
it.
Don need justice? Was he just a dick?
Maybe not.
I mean, I don't know.
I think Don probably killed himself to get away from Carol. Maybe that's. I mean, Don
could
may
have
have
been
said, "This bitch, I'm out."
If you think about it, Dawn is like the original Jeff Lowe because, Jeff Lowe's married to like this young girl.
You're
And then
right.
I mean, Don's kind of he's the original of all of these creepy cult-like men that we're sitting here talking about. So I don't know. Maybe there is.
Multi-millionaire driving around late at night, picks up a young girl and
Picks
says,
up a
"Here,
young girl
hold
who's
this gun
fine."
on me so you feel safe."
Yeah. Like who does that? Who's like love story is that? That's weird.
It's a
to
terrible
begin
love
with.
story.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
how we met.
no.
She held a gun on me all night. It was fantastic. It was wonderful. We knew that they were the
Love
one.
at first gunpoint to the
Yeah,
head.
yeah,
Yes,
uh-huh.
that's
We were going to be
Speaking of, y'all are-
we were going to be in this forever, or until Carol feeds me to a lion
Yeah.
or tiger.
Or tiger or bear. Oh my.
something. I'm telling you, it's just crazy. I need more. I need another series, though. It's crazy. So what else are y'all watching?
We're both big fans of Ozark, and we haven't started it yet, but the third series of
But
it.
now we can.
But now we can.
You can.
Yeah.
We've been watching on HBO. We've been watching Avenue 5. I don't know if you've seen any of those episodes. That's pretty.
I
It's
haven't,
real-
but I
it-
love all HBO shows, so I'll have to start that.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
It's a deep space. It's got the guy.
Which I'm not normally deep space show person at all, but it's got Hugh Laurie. Isn't that his name?
Oh, yeah,
from
House.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's freaking
Yeah.
He is
hilarious.
absolutely hilarious. It's got the guy
I like
from
him.
what was the
Oh,
show from
what
Silicon Valley.
Yeah, Silicon Valley. He was like the assistant kind of guy. This
Jared.
Yes.
Jared
And
on
he's-
Silicon Valley, and he
Oh my
carries the
gosh.
show with
Yeah.
Hugh. I mean, the
Yeah.
two of them just are fanatic.
Yeah,
you know.
they're hilarious. So that's been
I
good.
Okay, good. I need another show for sure.
Of course, rest on HBO. I mean, we watched The Outsiders.
Yeah.
With Jason Bateman on that.
With Jason Bateman,
yeah,
I know.
Uh-huh.
I mean, of course, he was only in so many.
Yes.
He was only in like 2 episodes, but you still, like Tess and I were texting about it last night, and I'm like, oh, with Jason Bateman, and really, he's not even in it. But that's the reason I started watching it. But I left with more questions than answers. Have y'all finished The Outsiders?
Yeah, we finished it. We finished it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So many more questions. We'll have to save that for another episode because I could go on and on and on about that show too.
I know.
We also watched all of the episodes of High Maintenance.
Yeah.
So, our favorite local bicycle drug dealer in New York, slinging the weed.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to have to watch. I haven't watched that either.
Watch High Maintenance.
They're
good, short little 30-minute episodes, and it's more about like the stories of his customers.
And there's really no real, it goes all over the place.
Yeah.
That show, cool. Every single show you see comes from a different perspective, a different point, a different person's perspective. And
I like it.
You can go back all the way to the very first season, first episode. They actually began on YouTube. The High Maintenance show began on YouTube, and they were just putting out these little 8, 10, 12-minute clips on YouTube before HBO
like
signed
with their
it
friends
up.
And stuff, right?
Yeah, so all of the old shows are also available. I don't know if they're still on YouTube, but I know if you've got like HBO Go, you can go back and watch all of the YouTube channels or YouTube shows original. And then, season 1 that started on HBO, and I don't know, they're in season 3 or 4 now, but they're all really, really good shows. And it's such an artistic, cultural perspective and
really
where
cool
the
the way
shows
they
come
do it.
from.
It's like storytelling almost. Like it's
no, I
just
love
cool.
it. Have you watched Fleabag?
Oh my God, I love Fleabag. I love Fleabag. I love it. It's awesome.
Short and sweet. I feel like I would like High Maintenance if I like Fleabag because it kind of sounds like you're describing short little segments, but storytelling and Fleabag was. That's heartbreaking. I need another season of Fleabag, and I'm not going to get it.
I do too.
Well, you've got 4 or 5. If you go back to all the YouTube channels, you've got 5 or 6 seasons.
You can catch
out
High Maintenance. Yeah. Yeah. And check out Avenue 5 too. It's good.
Avenue 5 is funny.
Yeah. You'll like
really
that.
Yeah.
funny.
And actually HBO, which we are already subscribed to because of Game of Thrones, but if you
Game of Thrones is
already
over, Kaitlin.
I know.
She never canceled her subscription.
You just keep watching it?
I never canceled my subscription. No, but if you aren't subscribed, I think right now they are doing it for free, just because everyone's stuck at home, which I think is really nice.
That is
That's nice. That's cool. That is
HBO.
Cool. Way to go.
Well, it was good talking to you guys.
Thank you so much. I know we absolutely should, and we will. And thank you so much for being on today.
Same time next week, because we will all be doing
the same thing. Again. Yeah, I know.
The same time, the same bat channel.
Uh-huh.
Exactly. Same time next week, guys.
All
it was so good to talk to you, Tess.
Yeah, it was you too, Kaitlin. I'll talk to you soon, girl. Thank you.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Thanks, Kaitlin.
Bye.
All right, come back Monday for another show. On Monday's show, we'll have Johnny Campbell. He's the owner of Pizza Pro in Cabot, and we're going to be he's going to be talking about business of pizza during the CoronaCation. So the pizza business has definitely changed, just like all other businesses have changed. We're interested in hearing Johnny's story and the perspective of what's going on in that, and he'll share all of that. Johnny's a great guy. I've known him for a long time. He's funny. And will be a good guest for us on Monday. So come back for that. Other than that, is there something else that you want to hear? Is there something you want to hear on our show? You want something that we need to talk about? Would you like to be a guest on our show? Is there a product or an item that you'd like to promote? Do you have a business that you'd like to tell us about? Please contact us. Contact us directly. Message us. Put comments in below. We'd love to hear from you, and we appreciate you being with us here today.
Yes, and hey guys, don't forget to wash your damn hands, stay the fuck home, practice social distancing when you are out and about, stay safe, and if you really do want to help us out, why don't you subscribe to our channel, like this, share it with your friends, share it with your friends. Thanks, y'all. Thanks for shooting the shit with us.
Thanks, y'all. See y'all Monday.